come here. I'm going to tell you a little secret. Come closer. Criticism is not a sin. I don't know why people like to wake up and think that criticizing somebody or something they say is the ultimate sin of humanity. I'm sorry, but everybody is not right about everything. Somebody can say something and be 100% wrong, and all it takes is just that little bit of criticism, or just somebody with enough nuts to say, hey, what you just said is dumb. Hey, what you're doing is stupid. Hey, all of you right here holding up all these signs about something you don't know nothing about. You look and sound dumb. But for some reason, criticism is bullying, it's harassment, it's invalidating opinions, and it's all this rigmarole from a bunch of people who can't articulate any point they got. And what makes it funnier is that when you criticize a black person, it's always this game of you're discriminating against their rights. You're hurting their lifestyle. You don't know what it means to be black because you're criticizing them. Oh, and don't be a white person doing it, because if you're a white person criticizing a black person, oh, you might as well just sign your life over as a racist, you racist bastard. I don't know what's going on in the government or the White House. Apparently, that old bastard everybody voted for because they were mad at some mean tweets from some orange dude is elected to hire somebody who's a person of color, and everybody's screaming diversity. Everybody who doesn't pay attention to politics is saying, yes, black people are finally being included in the government, which is the dumbest thing you could possibly fucking say. But the person who has been nominated or is a candidate has a couple skeletons in the closet, right? Just like everybody else. There's no shame in that, unless you're somebody who does some unconsensual touching, or you're somebody who likes to take lives unjustly. You're a piece of shit, and those skeletons need to come out your closet. But it's for some reason that this person is being criticized for a bunch of leniencies and how they treat certain situations that pertain to unconsensual touching of children that has a bunch of people up in arms. But apparently, from somebody who looks like a South Park character, if you criticize this black woman, it's akin to trying to get her killed.
The simplest thing for Republicans would be to kind of have a normal, kind of above board hearing, let her be confirmed so she doesn't change the balance of power of the court anyway, and go back to talking about the things that work for them, to go back to crying about gas prices or talking about Hunter Biden's laptop or whatever other thing counts as a Republican platform these days. Because she is going to be confirmed, and she is going to be well liked while she's confirmed, and she's not going against her is kind of a waste of their time. But I don't want to let the Josh Hawley thing lie, because here's where I need the Democrats to step up. Because when they try to smear her, I need the Democrats to get up there and defend her just as vociferously as Lindsey Graham defended alleged attempted rapist Brett Kavanaugh. I need that level of energy from the Democrats, especially when they come at her with this trumped up alleged issues about her sentencing on for sex offenders. Because what Josh Hawley is doing, let's be very clear. What Josh Hawley is doing when he tries to do this is he's trying to get her killed. He is trying to get violence done against a Supreme Court nominee. And we know this because when these people go off making their ridiculous claims about child pornography, we know that some of their people show up violently to do stuff, as happened to the New Hampshire pizza parlor. And you know how I know that Josh Hawley knows what Pizzagate is all about? Because guess who's the judge who sentenced the Pizzagate guy? Right. Oh, that was Ketanji Brown Jackson. He sentenced the Pizzagate guy to 4 years in prison. His lawyer had asked for 18 months. The prosecutors actually asked for 4.5 years. So she was lenient. She was merciful to the Pizzagate guy, but they're mad at her for that. And so, that's where this stuff is coming from. And so you need to know where it's coming from. And Democrats need to know how to defend her from this stuff instead of letting her out there on her own.
Now, look, I've been alive for 22 years, and in August, it'll be 23. And I've criticized a bunch of people. I've criticized children, teenagers, adults, old people, gays, transgenders, lesbians, blacks, whites, Mexicans, Indonesians, Haitians. It don't matter. If I see a dumb take, no matter what it is, and I find it dumb, I'm going to criticize it. I'm going to have my own opinion about it. I'm going to have a different perspective, and that's okay. Anybody who is actually a decent grown adult will take criticism and actually hold conversation, and not this neener blah blah you feel some type of way shit. Because it's weird how somebody could get on national TV, mainstream media, and say, hey, criticizing this black woman, yeah, that's targeted. You're trying to get her killed. Not the fact that she's apparently somebody who shows leniency to those who hold images of children that are not age appropriate. No, none of that. It's just because she's black and she's a woman and she's about to have some form of power. I personally don't care, because no matter who's in the power, they're going to ruin the world for the rest of us, aka our gas prices going up. But it's just funny watching rabbits dangle the carrot in front of people's faces. If you expect me to look at this and see what this person, or what his name, Josh, or whatever his name is reviewing the credentials or what's going on with the nominee of somebody, and they see something that's obviously concerning, of course people should know about that. Of course people should be considering if that person is right for the job. Duh. But to equate it to somebody whose name is Brett and allegedly unconsensually touching people and acting as if, well, nobody can criticize that, or somebody should even be defending that, is completely asinine, because it's alleged. And if he did do it, throw his ass in jail. If he didn't, shut the fuck up and stop trying to use that as a point, because who knows at this point? I don't know who the fuck Brett Kavanaugh is, but it's just funny that you have to do this when somebody criticizes, not just anybody, but a white person criticizes a black woman, the most disrespected group in American history, and not just accept the fact that, yeah, this thing right here, it's alarmingly bad, and hopefully somebody in her camp or her can address it. If not, we got a problem. Stop this dance of trying to make it seem like, oh, anybody targeting black people is harassment. No, some black people, not all. I know some of you pee-wee brain bastards like to attach yourself to everybody else, good or bad, but some black people are not innocent. Some of them put on suits and act all fancy dancy and act as if they care about you, and they will stab you clean in the back. And that's just black people. That's not just black people. It's whites, it's Mexicans, it's Indonesians, it's Asians, it's any human being who is capable with fucking with your emotions or being able to cover their own shitty tracks. And that's life. So the next time I have to see this weird 30-year-old with the hair of a 90-year-old say something in terms of a black person, I'm just gonna laugh, because I know he's emotionally damaged and can't really articulate a point past whites are racist, blacks are always the heroes. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.